hard
She's
right now.
smiling very hard, and I'm gonna tell you guys who she is, what she's about, and who she's connected to. And we all doing this all in celebration of Women's Month, because this is the month of women. This is when most of the world celebrates Women Month, right? And I think we'll have a great conversation today. You're gonna hang out with us for a little while.
Absolutely.
Gonna hang out with us for a little while.
Absolutely.
So so Ninja,
I don't like the term woman month, you know.
what women's? It kind of makes you feel inferior.
No, it makes you feel like it's a 1 month woman get. I think woman control a year.
Every day.
Yes, so you
Woman month, like
there has to
and
be
a woman D and them thing. No man.
718-554-8598. You know there has to be a pretty face in the studio because Ninja is not being Ninja.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying they have this woman D, woman month, woman every.
Well, let's do this before we go to our special guest and speak about something that definitely is going to blow a lot of you guys' mind. Listening in. Big up to everybody who's listening in all over the world. Big up to everybody who is in the chat room. So today we have a different kind of conversation, but it is hailing as part of our culture day, right? The person that we have in studio today, and I don't even know how to introduce you. Because you wear so many hats, and I can introduce you from so many different angles. So do me a favor, introduce yourself to the worldwide listeners that we have here at Sound Chat Radio.
True, you're tuned in to. First of all, thank you guys so much for having me. I love the vibes in here, Ninja and Chin. This is KAMILA McDONALD ALCOCK, straight from Kingston, Jamaica. Is me bring the sunshine coming out? I want to know that. All right.
Oh boy.
All right.
Have you just arrived?
I came 1 week ago, Wednesday.
Oh, so you got a little bit of the cold in
So
there.
you don't bring the sunshine.
No, not first. You have to have the snow to appreciate the sunshine, right? So I came. They said a storm was coming, and then as the days progressed, the sunshine shined brighter and brighter. And yes.
I hear you've been making appearances and stuff. Or?
Yes, I have been. I came primarily for a health and fitness workshop that I came for on Saturday. I have an event in the city tomorrow night at Negril. And just here, very, very blessed to be here in New York.
For the people who may not follow up to, what you're doing, and let's take it from, the grassroots of what it is. Explain to those who are listening, what is it that you do?
All right. So I'm a health and fitness coach. I'm a certified personal trainer and sports nutritionist and a fitness guru, right? The funny thing is that my journey to health and fitness started in a very interesting way because I was once overweight, extremely overweight, almost 200 pounds. And, they say that difficult roads are, almost always lead to beautiful destinations. And to be honest, I believe that our purpose on earth is to find our purpose, right? And I feel like this is my purpose, to spread the message of health and fitness and get everybody excited about being healthy, because I have never been, more alive and more energized than I am now before, a mother of a 3-year-old, a businesswoman, a career woman, a wife, a sister, and, and I'm just spreading the message of health. And fitness.
Don't mean to pry in the business, but you're the wife of Jackie.
Yes, sir.
Right. So.
See, I didn't want to say that.
No, I mean,
I kind of wanted to wait to hold that off. But Ninja let it out.
Okay.
I didn't want the importance that she does to be overshadowed by.
Well, I mean, it won't be.
Well, one hand strengthens the next hand,
which is definitely true.
You understand?
So those of you who are listening, the lady sitting in front of me is a health guru.
Yes.
She's doing appearances.
Yes.
Right. You're keeping what would you call it? Workshops.
Workshops. Absolutely.
And she is the wife of dancehall royalty Jackie.
Yes.
Right. So let's talk about the health thing first. Right. How long have you been doing this health? How long have you been on this health mission?
Since about 2009. So basically, after hitting rock bottom is what I like to call it, which is a very important place for many of us to reach sometimes because that's what it takes to wake up, right? I hit rock bottom very many years ago, and I explored, and found the need to become healthier. And after years and years of trying many different things, diets and trying the whole thing, I finally stuck to a lifestyle change, which is what really made all the difference in the world. And at about 15 pounds away from being at my goal weight, which was still far away from my goal weight, 15 pounds is a lot of weight to lose, I decided to enter the Miss Jamaica World Beauty Pageant. And many people were like, what are you doing? Like, Miss Jamaica, you don't look like a model, And that was what I used as my tangible, goal to work towards. And, when that alarm clock rang at 5 a.m. in the morning and I had to get up and go to the gym, that's what pushed me every single day. So I entered Miss Jamaica World in 2009. I did not win the crown, but I won Miss Jamaica World Beach Beauty, which meant more to me than winning the entire pageant, because it meant that I conquered something that held me down for very long. In 2009 was when I started my fitness business, and since then.
So were you bothered by being overweight?
Very much so. Yeah, man. I'm a socialite. I'm an extrovert. I love people. I love to go out and hang out with friends. And while I was overweight, I became a prisoner in my own body. I was very disappointed and very just bogged down by the person that I became. And so, it was a very hard couple of years, Women, I know women feel me. They understand, when you're not fitting in your clothes, when you're not feeling yourself, when you're not, it's a very hard thing to operate as the way that you should be operating,
Compared to the weight that you are now.
Yeah.
What would you say would be the difference in pounds?
Maybe about almost 50 pounds.
So you're 50 pounds lighter now.
Yeah.
So your whole mission is not only geared to females, it's also geared to
everybody, because the thing is, what was the big difference for me was when I started to want to just become healthier. The problem is that we as a people were very, very unhealthy. We're living out of a box, of a can, of a bag, with 100 different ingredients. Food manufacturers don't have our best interests at heart. We are dropping down dead of heart disease, of hypertension, of, diabetes. All 10-year-olds right now have diabetes, So we are the most unhealthy that we as an entire nation, and that's a universal nation, have ever been in lifetime. In fact, we are seeing the first generation to live sicker and die younger than their parents. And so this is more about a message of being healthy. You know what I mean? Do you wake up in the morning jumping out of bed with energy, sustained throughout the whole day, just excited about life? More than likely, if you're not, eating clean and exercising regularly, then, something is wrong,
Would you be the first fitness guru coming out of Jamaica? Because I haven't heard of anyone before you. Are there others or?
The funny thing is fitness is a massive thing in Jamaica right now, which I really give thanks for. People are really logging onto it. You will wake up at 5 a.m. and the streets are busy and bubbling with people running, cycling, everything, there are boot camps, and, so there are definitely a lot of people out there, really giving it a push and inspiring people to live a healthy life. So,
are there trainers that like how you're here, spreading the word? Are there others in Jamaica who take it that far as well?
I don't know of anybody yet who has taken it to an international level.
So you may be the first of your kind.
Maybe.
Right.
Who knows?
Which is cool.
Yeah, maybe.
You're also the ambassador for Adidas Women right now. I saw that over in the paper a couple of weeks ago. That was how did that work?
Well, them say what for you can't unfair, right? And the beautiful thing is that I was just in a cafe with my mom in Jamaica back in the summer, and I was just doing some work, and it happened to be that the head of Adidas Caribbean walked in to the cafe, and his chauffeur at the time basically introduced us, and he said that he was looking for an ambassador in Jamaica. He took a look at my profile, heard my story. We met a couple of times, and we were in negotiations for a couple of months, and then we agreed on a comfortable position.
So it was just right place at the right time.
Right place at the right time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, the lady sitting in front of me, for those of you who may not really yet has made the connection, of course she's Just Cure's wife, but you're from a family of music.
Absolutely.
Your sister and your
Yes.
brother are both inspiring young
Absolutely.
artists coming up.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that. I don't
Yes.
want to let everything out right
Yes.
now. But you're centered around music.
Yes.
I met you for the first time.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember me
Yes.
meeting you on the Jamrock
On the
cruise.
cruise,
With
absolutely.
with
yes,
Shakira.
which was a powerful experience in of itself. You
Yes, and I also, and you know what, we'll talk about this in the next half, because I had a conversation with Shakira recently, and he was telling me about the importance role that you play in his music.
True.
You know, and looking over his videos and
True.
making sure everything is color coded. And he basically said to me, Chin,
It's true.
if my wife don't give me the okay, it's not gonna happen. You know.
True.
So he led me to believe, and the way the conversation was going was, he's trying to be a little bit more independent.
Yes.
And the only person that can really, tell him that, Shakira, that's not the way it should be, is you.
True.
When it
True,
comes to
true,
certain
true,
things. So
true.
we will talk about that.
Yes.
But to go to the break, here's what I want to do.
Yes.
How do you outline a healthy lifestyle? Because that would be a good thing to address to everybody that's listening. What's a healthy way of life for you?
I think it starts, a good rule of thumb is if it was made from a plant and not in a plant, then that's a healthy, way to live. Eliminate processed foods as much as possible. And, it starts with nutrition. A lot of people don't realize that nutrition is probably 80% of the equation. It's not about running on a treadmill for 2 hours. You know what I mean? It all is what you eat. You are what you eat. Abs are made in the kitchen. All of those things, they're so on point. You should be sweating it out 4 to 5 times a week. You should be minimizing stress. You should be sleeping. You should be drinking water. That should be mostly what you should be having. So to me, you can boil all of that down to just a consciousness, Don't just pick up something and just eat it because it's convenient. And, your body is your temple, you know what I mean? And we have one life, one body. This body is what is our vehicle to be able to do all the things that we love and that we're passionate about. We're keep up ourselves every day to go to work, and to, achieve greatness and have a successful life. But how can you have a successful life without being healthy? You know what I mean? So to me, it's a consciousness. That's what I would put it down to.
What's your day like? What is a regular day in the life of you?
Well, the beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur is that there's no regular day, and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy that, one day might just be a random spontaneous drive to the country, and the next day I might be, banging out a deadline on my laptop. But to me, very regularly it involves exercising, because I need that. I thrive on working out, on those endorphins that I get from a workout. And eating healthy, I drink a green juice. I try to have a green juice every day. And, luckily I grew up in a Rastafarian family that was very conscious. And so even though I diverted from that when I went to college, it kind of spin around full circle, and even among all of me and my siblings, you kind of see us, most of them are vegans. I'm the only one that's not a vegan. So, I really have to give thanks to my parents who really ingrained that consciousness of being healthy, from ever since I can remember, You
graduate from Stanford.
Yes.
Honors.
Yes.
Right? You also went to other schools, right?
Yes. UC Berkeley.
Yes. What did you study as well?
I studied journalism at UC Berkeley.
Now, your thesis was about, obesity, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So this is definitely something that has become part of you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Have you been able to touch the lives of anyone else? Can you say like, boy, that sister in there made it help straighten out our situation? Has that happened to you yet?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the most beautiful feelings. And I think that's one of the things that I can't even tell you. I'm still on a high for what happened this weekend, when I was able to meet, over 100 people in person.
Oh, wow.
Who came out to these workshops, who have been following my journey on Instagram and Facebook, and meet them in person and hear their stories face to face, see people who, tears came to their eyes when they told me, how much of a part of their process, So to me, technology is a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? Because it gives you the opportunity to touch and reach people from all different walks of life, and so, and be able to see it for yourself, the impact that you're having on people. And, as I said in the beginning, I feel like this was what I was put on earth to do. And I would not have been able to reach and touch people in the way that I have been if I did not go through those difficult times, because losing weight and making a lifestyle change is very difficult, and I remember it all too well. And so to be able to resonate and relate to those people in the way of having gone through it myself, you know, is a special thing. So it's not just me jump up and down, fit guru. Yeah, man, come on, fitness we say.
See.
But I've been there. I know what it takes to, you know, go from, you know, and lose 50 pounds. You know,
Do you push your siblings? Do you push your husband to stay?
Absolutely. Right now, with Dep on cure case.
So do you make sure he eats, you know, and exercises? But he looks like someone that exercises.
Yeah, you know, says a very healthy man.
But
it's
good for him because his performance may take a long week, you know, so he needs that stamina and that
exactly. Yeah. So he eats very, very, very healthy. He's one of the most health conscious people I know, food wise. You know, in all honesty, maybe him spend a little more time on the football video game part of things rather than actually dep on the actual field. But that's another story.
If you're just tuning in, Kamila McDonald's in the studio, man, the wife of Jacure, and she is a fitness guru. She's here, and we're just talking about, you know, her mission of spreading the word of being healthy. It is Women's Month, and I thought it would, you know, the perfect guest to come in, and I admire what you're doing.
Thanks.
It's you know, we talk music all the while, but you know, there are other Jamaicans doing very good things, very great things that don't really get the emphasis that the music gets. You know what I mean? True. So having you in, I thought would definitely be a great idea. Of course, the number in studio is 718-554-8598. If you're calling from the UK, 0203-608-9826. Call her up, heal her up, ask her, you know, our Instagram information and all of these things. Oh, she lose weight, because I saw the weight picture. So I saw the before and after, and
she was big.
She was big. Oh. She was big. She was cute big though.
Oh gosh.
Cut it out.
No, when I say cute big, meaning that, you know, sometimes you have like a person with a big body but still cute face.
How much you weigh at that time?
Almost 200 pounds.
200 pounds.
Almost.
You're the fat
man.
man.
I was fat.
Yeah, but
I was big.
So they put the before and after picture.
Right.
And those of you who want to see, go to irishandchin.com, go to the e-news section, look up, you know, the article, and you will see the before and after, just so you can understand
where she was and where she become.
It's not a sales pitch,
right?
You know, to make money. It's something that she has actually done and lived herself. So we have her in the studio. We're gonna lock the doors and keep her in for a little while. We're not only gonna speak about health. We're gonna speak about music as well.
True.
Again, I was told personally by Jacure that she plays a very huge role in his career. Her brother is an upcoming artist. My
sister, Kalissa.
Kalissa
is my sister.
Is linked to Connix.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
Can we say that? Is it okay to say that?
Because I saw her opening.
They just came off tour.
That's not what I'm talking about. Stop trying to pretty it up. You know, it's understood by many that she's the girlfriend of Chronics.
Okay.
And I'm asking you as a sister, is it true or is it not
really
true? You just have to leave that alone.
Just the way she was trying to divert from the conversation.
But listen, saying all of that to say, man, you know, you're surrounded by music.
Absolutely. And my parents, who are actually in studio, they're musicians themselves, you know, Chakula, and I would say that they're the root of everything. You know, I grew up and their studio was right beside our room that the three of us shared. And the studio that my sister records in right now, that my brother records in right now, everybody records in right now, that's all my mother and my father right there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Big up to Chakula and Goldilocks, who are actually in the house. You know,
so that's your mom.
That's my mom and my dad.
Oh wow!
And they are
Mom.
lead singers.
Wow!
Mommy's right here. I didn't even know she was right here.
Is she on the health thing too?
She is. She is.
Because she look very young for
Don't it? All right, good. May have good genes. You know what I mean?
It's Soundtrack Radio, man. Turn it up. We're in the building. It's Women's Month, right? And now we have two women in the studio.
Okay.
So we're definitely going to be talking about music, and we're going to be talking about health, and we're just going to be talking about everything.
Absolutely.
Turn up your radio. Here's where I want to have a very interesting conversation. And again, today, those of you changing up the format of today's show because we have a special guest. It may not be so much phone call driven, but we're going to have some good content for you guys just to listen and just hold our vibes and understand what's going on with the music and, you know, the culture surrounding the music. Lately, it seems like Jamaicans, well, don't seem like, it's something that's being said repetitively, that Jamaica is in fear of losing reggae. And when we say losing reggae, meaning that there are so many other, cultures coming in and doing reggae. And it's now being said that not only is these cultures doing reggae, but Jamaicans kind of feel that the homage is not being paid to the originators of the music. So maybe, other groups might be doing it, and the people who are the fans of those people feel like that's the authentic reggae. And it is now being said by Jaria that we need to find a way to be able to still brand the music coming out of Jamaica as authentic reggae. Ibo Cooper is saying that, well, we're not saying that other races and people not supposed to do the music, but people have the right to know where the authenticity comes from, which is Jamaica. Is that something that you agree with? Is that something that you also share that fear that the music does a runway from where everybody are?
Well, reggae music is a very powerful weapon, and as we have seen, it covers all corners of the earth. You know what I mean? Everywhere I've traveled in my life, I've lived in Norway, I've lived in Chile, I have, lived in California for 10 years, and everywhere I go, people cannot get enough of reggae music. So I am not surprised, that people are taking reggae for their own, in different places of the earth. But, to me, the place that it was born will always be the authentic reggae. I don't think that we have anything to fear. I think what we need to do is, unite, more within us as reggae musicians and just reggae industry in general. And, make things a little more official. So first of all, I'm big in film and documenting things. I think, we need to not wait for people to come from London and, all over the place to come and document what is happening in Jamaica. That's where it was born, and I don't think that we can run away from that. And, why not open up, the genre all over the place? Why not,
718-554-8598. If you're calling from the UK, 020360892826. Let's have a serious conversation. There are players of instruments and artists and, people who are involved in the industry, even just, Jamaicans, that I don't know if they're bothered that there are other races doing the music, but I think that they feel like the music is being more highlighted when the other people do it as in comparison to when Jamaicans do it. So Ibo Cooper is now saying, and of course he's former member of Third World, involved in the School of Music in Jamaica, and also plays a big role in Jaria. He's saying that what he thinks should be done is some type of certification or some type of branding needs to take place where products coming out of Jamaica, not only reggae, but reggae affiliated products, whether it be t-shirts or whether it be albums or whether it be whatever, it should be branded, made in Jamaica, making it authentic, separating authentic reggae music done by Jamaicans from the other music that is pretty much done. This is his suggestion. The number is 718-554-8598. The first question, of course, that I have is, should we as Jamaicans feel threatened that other cultures have taken up the music and are getting high accolades for it? Now, of course, Magic, the group out of Canada, last year, 2014, big year for them with a reggae song, huge reggae song.
Right.
Also, I think it was Soulja who were Grammy nominees for 2014 as well.
Right. Yeah.
So this is also other genres doing the music. And the list goes on and on. You have Gentleman, you have Abba Rosie. You know what? Let's do this, Ninja. Let's do a quick medley of some of the reggae, top reggae musicians around the world, artists around the world, and let's just open the phone lines and ask people, what do they feel? As you said, some of us are going to feel safe knowing that, no matter what them do, them can't duplicate our thing are the genuine thing. But then there's others, and it may be for financial gain. It may not even be, heartful. It might be financially. They're saying, well, we are doing the work, we're doing the job, but the highlight is coming here. I remember Bunny Wailer and the whole Snoop Dogg saga.
Right.
Where Snoop came in, he was a Rasta for maybe about 48 hours.
Right.
And in that 48 hours, he was able to accomplish so much.
Right.
You know what I mean? As a reggae artist. And then he just got up the next day and said, you know what? Sure.
But doesn't that open then us up and big us up as a genre in general? Because reggae, as big as it is to us, right, and as big as it is all over the world, I mean, think about the other genres of music in terms of, you know, just the followers and the, you know what I mean? So to me, a mainstream artist now taking up reggae just opens up the pave, you know, because once you're a lover of reggae, then that's going to open you up to now, okay, so who else is in reggae? I mean, Jamaicans still predominate, you know, the reggae industry. So then, you know, what is it going to be? Well, who else is there? Okay, wow. Listen to that Jackie R song. Okay, wow, Chronic. So maybe somebody who would normally love a hip hop or another, you know, mainstream, supposedly, genre of music now is now opened up to
what is
you understand?
reggae.
Right.
Let's go back to the whole Snoop Dogg thing for a second.
Right.
I remember when Snoop Dogg first came in and decided that he was going to be called Snoop Lion.
Yeah.
He was embraced by a number of artists in Jamaica. And then there were some that were very standoffish.
Yeah.
Bunny was kind of maybe in for a minute, and then I guess Bunny realized or thought he realized what took place, and Bunny went on the opposite side and was like, yo, this is exploitation at the highest level. And it became this big bangarang between him and Snoop Dogg in the media and going back and forth. And in the Rolling Stones magazine, Snoop Dogg said some really bad things about Bunny. He actually went as far as saying that Bunny's the most insignificant whaler of all whalers. So it got that bad, right? And at that same time, the artists in Jamaica still sided with Snoop on the situation. And then, you know, months after, weeks after, whatever it was, Snoop decided, well, this is not what I want to be no more. I'm gone, right? I think what Jamaica or Jamaican artists are fearing the most is not the authenticity of the music. It's the fact that they can be doing the real music, but someone who does even a bad copy can make it to the Grammy stage and make it as we are the reggae artists of tomorrow, when there are better artists such as Jackie Chronics and, you know, Kabaka and all of these other guys in Jamaica that's not getting that that forefront. Interestingly enough, and I'm going to play the clip where Protege is comparing a situation where Eddie Murphy's song, reggae song, went to the Billboard, the top of the billboards, top of the billboards. And according to him, I wasn't in Jamaica at the time, it was on every paper in Jamaica. It was mentioned in every paper that Eddie Murphy takes Billboard. However, he's saying that prior weeks before that, he had the #1 spot. Protege as a Jamaican born artist, young artist, and it wasn't mentioned in any media.
Right.
It wasn't mentioned in any media house. He said no one even cared. So he accomplished the same thing that Eddie accomplished, but because Eddie is Eddie, it becomes an issue. So again, do we look at it and say that maybe Jamaicans who are concerned about the music being taken have a right to be concerned?
I mean, I think it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to open our eyes and see where we need to step up. I mean, that caller from Canada couldn't be more on point. You know what I mean? We need to take the entire thing, because the industry goes beyond just the singing behind a mic and a studio booth, you know. There's everything, you know. How are we preserving it? You know, how are we marketing it? How are we, you know, what kind of festivals are out there, you know, other than the ones that, you know, the obvious ones, you know. What are we doing to make sure that we're preserve it and magnify it and glorify it in the way that it should, you know. And to me, you know, obviously, you know, a mainstream personality like Eddie Murphy will, you know what I mean? But to me, you know, yes, it's an opportunity for us to open our eyes and see, you know, before it's snatched away from us. You know?
How many times do these things have to happen, though? That's the problem. Like, how much times does it have to happen?
Yeah.
We saw it with Snoop. I'm sure if Eddie decides that he's going to do reggae, you know, a lot of us is going to jump and be like, yo, man, I want to make a one song with Eddie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I genuinely think this is an opportunity, you know, and I think this is such a lively discussion, and it's an important discussion to have. And it's twofold. I mean, when you know, what Ninja played for us a while ago, you cannot deny the you cannot deny the production quality of what was played, right? So it's not just the singers of the music, right? Can we talk about this? This is now the production of the music is high, top quality. And musicians themselves, I remember when Kira went to Japan, actually, he was backed by a complete Japanese band, 100% Japanese.
Yes.
And nobody could tell you, say it wasn't straight Jamaicans playing it.
It probably was homegrown, but yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that this is now lighting a fire under us as, just a industry. So music producers, singers, because the thing is, with the advancement of technology, everybody now is making a beat and doing a this and boom, boom, cha. And you know what I mean? So now it's forcing the music industry now to go back to our roots, and so that bass players are now playing, back again. So it's not just the bass from you don't download a bass from the internet and you just play a thing. You understand? So to me, it's an opportunity.
So caller, please hold. Just give me 1 second. So you feel that everything that's going on right now is just a boost to get Jamaicans,
I think it's an eye-opener, and unfortunately, as a people, we are more reactive than we are proactive. But this is an opportunity for us to open our eyes, because reggae, and it's not a insecurity thing. We don't business what is going on. To me, it's more, there's a chance for us to be on a bigger platform. You understand?
I'm gonna go to the phone lines. Your mom and dad is in the studio.
And I'm sure they have lots to say.
Your dad has just come. I'm gonna get some headphones for him.
Pops, take a seat.
Well, Pops is in the building, and I'm gonna give him a chance.
This is Chakula, not Pops.
Pops.
Chakula.
Chakula.
Chakula, is in the place. Yeah.
Now, and
No, the reason why I say why I want to cut in right away is to say, yes, brethren, I agree with that. That was of the past. Because I said the youth, them what you just talk about now, where we have access to now and working within the studios them in Jamaica, like Chronics and Kabak and Keznamdi and them. Them take them one another up on tour. Chronics just take Kez and Kellis up on tour with them. And them promote them things together. When them go down at IRA FM down at Ochi, them carry them one another music, go down there with them. When them have show, them call on them one another and things. It's a different kind of vibes are going on now with this new set of roots where I come out of Jamaica.
See.
So I just want to say, yeah, I agree with that, Carla, but there is a development going on that is positive within that vein. I just want to make sure you know that.
How long have you been doing music?
Long time, man. 20 years now, at least. 25 years, yeah.
20 years, 25 years. Where would you say, based on your experiences, where do you feel that we are in music now? Do you feel that we're in a comfortable place, or have we been in a more comfortable place before?
In terms of the creativity of the music, I think that we have been in a more comfortable place. During the 70s, there was a much more creative vibes, and as the Virgin was saying before, the band music was very strong in them time. So it's more machine music now. It's a little less authentic, because it's a whole machine thing, and everybody in them bathroom have studio and everything will come out. Everything can just push out everything. But at the same time, the music still is as the other brethren was saying, that the government them not doing nothing to do nothing to us. Them never build a venue.
And it's always been this way,
they've
correct?
They've never been there. For all these years, reggae music has been touching the international scene. All know them don't build a good venue. When you go Trinidad, the amount of venue where they are Trinidad. For them soca music, and them even build where them big orchestra place thing, like a whole thing where when you say ping pong the pong, you hear it all about the place. It really sound good, and them take their music serious. Our government don't do nothing like that. We don't preserve nothing. We don't try, and we kill our champions there in terms of the government. Everything you try to do, them try to stop you. As you start make some money, them ready for tax you. So it's a whole institutionalized kind of keep down from the days of when reggae couldn't even get it to play up on the radio. So it's a whole heap of, we make a lot of progress, but the things is the more things change, the more they remain the same. It's still very much relevant.
What do you feel about what Ebo Cooper is saying, that we need to brand the reggae coming
well, what you do with something like Steel Pulse and all those other people where, I'm even call the Buds on them, and the way article Rastaman them where come out with reggae music. I don't feel that is such a betrayal. That is still, as Kamila was saying, is a nice big wideness of the thing. Because you have Steel Pulse, you have Lucky Dube, you have Alpha Blondie, you have all these African man where it's not Jamaican. But them get the inspiration. You can't tell me, say, me as a Rasta man, or a white man, can't heal Selassie.
See.
You know, or you know, me get to see reggae and me love reggae now. Me have to play reggae. What I resent now is that the commercialization now, when the money time come, we always now get the money. But the creative part, I think it's still in a good place. And the only way we're going to keep our money together is when we do what Chronics them do now. Keep
Tour
the team.
together.
Yeah, and band together and promote together. In the early times when reggae did just a start and the rhythm and blue, when the man them used to listen to American music, you know.
This is true.
And the whole, even the beat, you know, if you listen to one drop thing, you know, is a takeoff of that whole thing, you know. So music feed each other, you know. From, you know, we take a thing from this one and that one, take a thing from this one and thing. So I think I still have to stick to the point that I think for the creativity of it and the wideness of it, because even though so much people come in it and everything, it still remain the same, you know. It still keep that message of universal love and, you know, human rights and everything. It's almost like it's a message music. It still keep that.
So what is your take? And let me, I know the phone lines are going crazy. Caller, please hold. What is your take then on our prominent reggae artists that feel like in today's age they no longer want to be referred to as reggae artists? They just want to be referred to as artists. Now, Taurus Riley has visited us here and he said that no more boxing. He doesn't want to be referred to as a reggae artist because he feels that as a reggae artist, there's a lot of do's and don'ts that come along with that title that he does not want to have. I interviewed with Jacure, and Jacure says that he's a rock star.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he calls himself. He said, I'm not a reggae artist, I'm a rock star, I'm a star.
And calling himself a world singer.
Yeah, and if you speak even deeper to Cure, Cure will say to you, Bob Marley was a rock star.
True.
You know what I mean? So how do we process that? That in one hand, we're saying that the white people them gone with the reggae, them take with the reggae, them I got Grammys with it. But on the other hand, the people who, this generation who is carrying the baton for the music is saying, we're not a reggae star. We are those artists. Like, how does it work?
I think by being true to yourself, you will always go back to that authentic place. And I don't think that Taurus Riley or a Jackie could not be singing reggae.
All when them want.
Even if them don't want,
Yeah,
right?
when them don't want.
And I kind of agree with Taurus Riley. Why box me in? But if I'm being true to my authentic self and whatever it is coming, and the message is strong and it's positive and it's touching people all over the world, what? You know what I mean?
The music is defined, you know, by the beat.
Yes.
By the, you know, the one drop, tum, and the 1-2, and the straight 4, and, you know, so it's defined. So when a man play a thing, or what the music that's coming out, that's what him is. So him can't come out of the box there when he want to jump out there. It's just that the box now get big.
Those of you
it's a big box now, we want the box big for the whole world.
Those of you who are tuned in all over the world, we're speaking to Jacure's wife and her family.
Yes.
And it's a very interesting conversation. I don't know, are you shy?
No, sir.
Shy don't reach into the family.
The phone lines are going crazy. We're having an unscripted conversation here, and I'm glad that I could be blessed with you guys' presence because, of course, your knowledge of the music is way beyond ours. Miss McDonald is in the building, and I don't want to, you know, hide the fact that she is here doing something that I personally haven't seen any Jamaicans do so far, which is take the fitness on their shoulders and carry it to another level. You're here, you're doing what would we call workshops, getting people, urging them about health, urging them to you know eat right and all of this stuff. So I definitely don't want to get that lost in the midst of this powerful conversation that we're having with the family, right? So those of you who are in the UK, she is an entrepreneur. She comes from a family of music makers, right? Her sister is currently on tour with Chronic, so usually on tour, right? Your brother is now also, what's your brother's? Keznamdi. Yeah. He's also rising up as well. Yes, so the family is definitely making strides in music, as well as you doing your own thing in health. She is now the ambassador for Adidas women. Yes. So definitely a good look for what you're doing. And again, with all of this, you represent the Jamaican flag.
True.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that's most important to us in the culture. What do you feel about that? What's your mother's name?
KAMILA, Goldilocks. Otherwise called Goldilocks. Yeah.
What do you feel about that? We haven't heard from you, but what do you feel? Does the media in Jamaica marginalize the local artists?
Well, first of all, big up Sound Chat, give thanks for the opportunity. But so I feel definitely a truth in that, and I feel like everything more or less has been said before on that level. But I feel like what I've heard is some opportunity that we're not really seeing, which is bigger than just a stage and performance. If you turn on any TV, listen how much ad you hear where you have a reggae undertone. It's like we're not seeing this thing big like how we should see it. And it's the same thing. I don't want to go into Herb argument, but you could go take it into that stream too also, where we're not seeing what we have. This is our local produce.
It's a class thing,
right? So make we see this thing as a liberation movement, like how Bob did see it. It's not just the music for the music and big up yourself and fame and thing. Make we deal with the fortune aspect within empowerment, within our our liberty and our progression, because that's what we have. Some people have oil. We have our reggae music and we have our ganja. See? So to me, that is the kind of headspace we want to take. And look, children music. I have a children album, and to me, we're not even thinking that big way, for reggae music to deal with it on the biggest universal level. We live in Africa for over 15 years. It's a stage where we don't even try. And this is, to me, one time it was maybe the Black Star liner. To me, is reggae music can take way and bridge way over, because Africa love reggae music and it's a market we don't even bust through yet, right? So to me, everything where everybody says is truth and right. But, I want to try to see the thing bigger, more than just the stage and the thing and the one artist. It's a revolution we want to deal with. Said away.
I want to thank everybody for coming in. I'm sorry that your mom came in the conversation so late, but
I like her mother. Her mother is very dominant.
Yeah, she just came in and just said her piece.
Shy thing.
Said, listen, this thing is not only about music, a ganja music, and I applaud that.
Boy.
Because we've been saying, well, I've been saying that here at Sound Chat Radio. Everyone plays their part. Yes. And everyone at this table has one common thing and one common goal, and that goal is the upliftment of Jamaican culture. And Jamaican culture has different lanes and roads and different things, Right. And I preach here at Sound Chat Radio, people, that everything goes back to the music. You're not fit, you can't go dance. Just put it that way. Right. You can't enjoy the dance.
Right.
Your knee hurt.
You know what I mean?
And you can't be fit without the music either.
Yes.
You understand? Because if my iPod dead, there's no running and there's no working out. So you understand?
So everything
go hand in hand.
Everything is
the
hand
artists
in hand.
them need to be fit.
The artists them need to be fit. Right. So, did you forget something?
My mother was just reminding me about the song that Chronix and Kelissa made for I just released a fitness program called the 10 Pound Pledge. And I don't know if you have it.
Did you bring it?
Winner. He said, no, we did not bring it.
Is it available?
It's available all over the place.
You can try to download it.
Winner.
And
basically, the concept of the song is just, get up every day and tell yourself you're a winner. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you're a winner. You are living today and you have to live it up. It doesn't make sense to, just half do your life. You know what I mean? You have to go all out. And, the only way that you can do and be the best you is if you are embracing a healthy lifestyle, and I really have to respect Kelissa and Chronix for that song. I asked them when I was putting this together, I need the most high energy, the wickedest song that just make you want to jump up and go to the gym right away, but that still have a reggae Jamaican feel. And they nailed it.
So what do you use this as? What do you use the song as?
It really is my theme song personally.
Okay.
They use it for their own purposes. Right now, it is playing on all the radio stations, and one of their a very excellent song. But me personally is my personal anthem, And, you know, I would love for everybody, you know, to embrace it. It's Winner by Kalisa and Chronics.
What I have to admire about you guys is family.
True.
I really admire. I admire that. You know, I admire that. It definitely says a lot. You know, your sister's done a song to endorse what you're doing.
True.
Your mom and your dad is here endorsing and still giving us some good education on what on how things work. Best of luck with everything. Again,
Thank you so much.
Any one of the family that needs that extra push, don't be scared to send the music to us.
Absolutely.
If they're here and they want to come in to reach out to one of the 28 cities that we reach on a Monday, stop in. And just keep doing what you guys are doing.
Okay.
Please let everybody know where they can follow you and how they can see what's going on, and so it doesn't just stop when
here.
you walk through the door.
You know, and first of all, I want to say thank you so much to you, you know, for
Give
having
thanks.
me and supporting me. You know, I've seen the post and I've seen, you know, and it really does help and uplift, you know, to have that support, you know. So I really have to say enough love and respect and thanks for that. You know what I mean? It's really, 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 really appreciated. And, you know, you can follow me on Instagram, KAMILA McDONALD ALCOCK. So, you know, can't leave out the married name. So it's KAMILA McDonald ALCOCK, KAMILA McDONALD ALCOCK. And on Instagram, I share, you know, my workouts. I share the meals that I eat. And, you know, just, you know, so basically representing positivity and really being the best you possible, you know.
Well,
and I see Ninja will find the song over here.
He's finding it, but I want to speak to your mom and dad before we play the song. So
I just want to say one last word, even in relation to the obesity thing. Where you know, when me in America, cause we're just passing through, and we are saying, "What the people, Kamila, you have enough clients, yeah, man?" Because everybody's so fat.
We walk them all, and daddy says, "See a client there."
But I'm just saying that you know, when I really study it and I look at it even more, I say, "Boy, you know, these people, we are victims, you know, because it's a mind control game them play." And all of the advertisements about food and where you eat and everywhere you look, if you go down the block, a beer food place. So, and nobody not doing no exercise and things. So it's a whole mind thing where them just push this food thing on you. So even though you might say, boy, you know, it's the people that might get fat and you chubby and rare, whatever, and you know, you're supposed to control yourself, which is true too. But you know, it's a victim thing too, because there's so much going into your mind. For go eat these chips, eat that, eat this, eat that, go to this place, go to that place. Too much mind control. So we have to be so much aware of this now, so that we can be aware of it and fight it.
Yeah.
So that it's not, you know, we'll fight that mind thing too. It's not just a body thing, it's a mind thing.
True.
So it's health and music, people. That was the subject of today's conversation here at Sound Chat. We're going to talk some sound class stuff in a few minutes. But of course, before we go, we have to listen to the song. I'm definitely excited to hear this song. And I want your mom to close out.
Yeah, well, you know, as you say, it's a family thing, and that is the unit of our nation. And so we just want to leave with that word, because it's about the mind thing, but we can take it forward. You know, I don't say back. We want to take it forward now. Saying forward ever.
All right, respect.
The sun is out and shining, a smile on my face. Good morning, Mr. Obstacles.